What's up, Titans? It's Tom Knight from Tighten Up Your Game, and today I'm going to talk about pain. Not the good kind of pain, like what you experience in your muscles after a grueling workout, but the kind of pain you might have ever felt in your joints or connective tissue from an injury or just from getting older, and what you can do about it. And as usual, I'm here to give you the good news that you absolutely can heal yourself completely. I'm 52 years old, and believe me, I've suffered my fair share of pain. Everything from debilitating lower back pain, shoulder pain, tweaky wrist issues, elbow problems. You know, things we usually hear about happening as we get older. But you know what? All of that is gone now. Every bit of it. I like to say that movement is medicine, and I firmly believe that had I remained inactive, I'd still be right where I was before with all that pain. And it probably would have even gotten worse. But for the most part, our bodies have an amazing ability to repair themselves. And sometimes it just needs a little direction. Before we get into it though, I want to take a moment and suggest that you see your doctor if you are experiencing any kind of recurring pain. I certainly did, and much of what I'm about to say here is the direct result of those visits. Now, things like tendonitis or other connective tissue problems can often take a lot longer to heal. I learned a cute little rule of thumb that helps give you a rough estimate as to how long you can expect healing to take. And it's this: the number of letters in the word corresponds to the number of months it takes to heal. Tendon, for example, has 6 letters, so 6 months. Ligament, 8 months. It's frustrating, right? I mean, other parts of our anatomy heal much faster. Even a fractured bone can heal in as little as 6 to 8 weeks. But this super lengthy recovery time for connective tissue just makes it all seem insurmountable. Or worse, permanent. But it's not. You just have to understand why these kinds of tissues take so much longer to heal, as well as exactly what you can do to help get them back to 100%. The main problem is that connective tissues receive very little blood flow, and because of this, they're not able to absorb the helpful nutrients that are provided so abundantly to other tissue types. But like I said, there are things we can do to help, and if I may, I'll use myself as an example. In the early summer months of 2018, coming up on 3 years now, I began experiencing a little pain in my inner left elbow. Sometimes this pain would appear to migrate up into my arm, making me think that I had bruised my bicep or something. And I noticed that certain movements hurt more than others. For example, hammer curls, as opposed to regular curls, seemed to inflame the pain, as did false grip pull-ups on the rings. Something about the wrist position of those two positions, when combined with a curling movement, seemed to aggravate the pain all the more. Now, by that time, I'd been studying gymnastics, workout strategies, rehab and prehab strategies, and had already learned just how long this kind of healing was probably going to take, as well as the kind of rehabilitation exercises needed to get it done. I just needed to put that knowledge into action. So I did, and you know what? It worked. What medical research has shown us is that in order to get blood flow to our connective tissue, we need to do an extremely high number of reps with a very low amount of weight. I'm talking about rep counts in the hundreds per set, and with weight that is so light that you'd think it would be entirely ineffective. But that's how it all works. Also, apparently our connective tissue is somehow more responsive to eccentrics rather than concentrics when healing. Remember, the concentric portion of an exercise is the contraction of a muscle group, and the eccentric portion is the lengthening or relaxing of a muscle group. Well, for whatever reason, we found that eccentrics are the most effective for rehabilitation. So for me, my workouts began to take on a lot more pushing rather than pulling. Things like handstands, wall-assisted handstand push-ups, parallel bar dips, pseudo-planche push-ups, things like that. I hated not getting to do any muscle-ups or levers or anything else that required pulling. But hey, gotta heal that arm, right? So at the end of every workout, I would set aside a good half hour for my left arm rehabilitation. And here's what I did. I sat down on the edge of a bench, placed an 8-pound dumbbell in my left hand, and would lift up the dumbbell with my right hand, and then slowly let it down with my left arm, ensuring that each rep lasted at least 3 seconds. Nice and slow and controlled. I would do 3 sets of 100 of these. You can do the math and see that it took me anywhere between 20 and 30 minutes just to complete that portion of my workouts. Funny enough, 8 pounds begins to feel real heavy after a while. Now, I went ahead and booked an appointment with my orthopedic doctor just to be on the safe side, make sure I was doing the right thing. And he quickly pinpointed the exact tendon that was causing my pain. And when I told him what I was doing for my own rehab, he laughed and said, "Well, that's pretty much exactly what I would have told you to do, so great, you're already on the road to recovery." And I remember he told me that one day the pain would just be gone. He was exactly right. I don't remember the precise day when the pain disappeared, but at some point before the end of that year, 2018, it was gone, and it never returned. These techniques really do work, and they involved no drugs at all, just really simple exercises and a lot of patience. So whether you're young and strong and are maybe suffering from an overuse injury like tendonitis, or, like me, you're growing older and things just start hurting the way they sometimes do, I am absolutely convinced that we really can affect positive changes in our bodies if we are armed with the right knowledge, have the required patience, and can commit to seeing it through. If you can do this, my bet is that you'll get yourself back to 100%. It might take a while, but it will be well worth the wait. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, show me some love by hitting the like button. And by all means, comment below if you'd like me to cover anything else specific on a future video. And please subscribe so you'll never miss any new releases. Okay, see you on the next one.